Welcome back, ladies and gents, to yet another video. Today we are going to be discussing something very important regarding class changes and some updates to some existing skills. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and of course leave the video with a like. So on screen I am currently using Void Highlord spamming ability 2 and 4, which previously would have been impossible because you would have killed yourself when doing it. However, now due to the changes, you can never go below 1 HP when using self-inflicting damage. As far as I'm concerned, this is a very welcome change because of those of you who know that if you did defeat yourself with self-inflicting damage, there is a very well-known bug that would have caused you to disconnect, and if you had not saved any of the items, then yeah, you would have lost them all and had to go through all that farming and grinding all over again. Anyway, so let's talk Frostval Barbarian. Now, the Frostval Gifts ability, which is ability number 2, has had its heal over time made static. What does that mean, I hear you asking? Well, to me, a static ability means, as you can see on screen, I'm always going to heal 507. Now, of course, that would change depending on what items, gear, enhancements, etc. that I'm using. But for me, every single time I use this, it is now stuck at 507. And I suspect when you're healing your teammates, that will also consistently stay at that number there. Now, Nechronomancer has had arguably the biggest changes overall, and pretty much all of its abilities have been affected. Now, I do just quickly touch on them all. I'll hit them one by one for you in the background, just so you can see it really hasn't made much of a difference to the cooldowns. Of course, ability 2, they have changed the cooldown time from 1.5 to 2 seconds, but again, that makes no bit of difference when you're actually going through spamming out all these skills and doing some epic farming, because we all know Nechronomancer is definitely nowadays the best farmer. So if you have not seen that video, I'll ping a link in the description. So a second ago we mentioned ability 2. It is also worth mentioning that it does come under the self-inflicting damage changes, which therefore means theoretically you shouldn't end up dying with this class anymore. However, in practice that just is irrelevant, because when you're getting attacked by 3 enemies at once, at least one of them is going to land that hit on you, so you'll end up dying. So as far as Nechronomancer goes, you still want to be using health vamp with this class to make sure you stay alive and don't knock your health down too far when you are skill spamming. Although, to be fair, if you're spamming these skills correctly, you won't just be hitting 2, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So let's go through the class changes in total. So of course we spoke about the health, in that self-inflicting damage will leave you at 1 HP. Frostval Barbarian, the Frostval Gifts, has had its heal over time changed to static, so it will always be at the same value. Next up we have got Nechronomancer. So this one, of course, with ability 2, you cannot do the self-inflicting damage to go lower than 1 HP. Mortification, its cooldown time has changed from 1.5 to 2 seconds. That makes no difference at all, guys, honestly. Necrosis damage over time is now also static. Your bleeding time ability no longer costs a percentage of your max HP, and passage of time now applies a self damage over time that stacks to 100. So that's quite a big change in that will keep on going for ages. Eternal Frenzy stack limit has changed from 9 to 15, and the Shadow Scythe's pass has increased the delay for the Unleashed Doom damage of time. So that means you're now able to use 2 skills before it ticks over. Damage of Unleashed Doom has been adjusted to compensate for that change. With the Shadow Scythe's future ability, the Empress's Awakening now also removes stacks of passive time. Slowed reflexes now also reduce hit chance by 20%, and Deteriorating Sight Aura has been removed. So some pretty big changes to Nechronomancer class, but has it changed its effectiveness? No. Does the cooldown time change matter? No. I personally, when I've been along farming, have found absolutely no difference in this class that leads me to any form of concern or nerf towards it. So if anything, it's been, well, I wouldn't even say it's been buffed, it just hasn't been changed. So the Nechronomancer rules still stand. You want to be using Wisdom enhancements and health vamp, and that class will see you through for the long-term future. So guys, thank you all very much for watching. Leave the video a like, and of course subscribe. I'll try my best to stream this weekend. Sorry it hasn't happened recently, and of course we've got the gossip tomorrow. So until then, have a lovely day.